Hello friends, this is Coltron. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. We're here with Rudy in Meryall Agronomics in the medial circuit of Labyrinthos. So, there's a number of side quests I wanted to take before we continue with the main path that opened up here. So let's start with Eminet. Eminet seeks a brave soul for a dangerous task. If I'm not mistaken, you have the steely eyes of an adventurer, one who looks death in the eye and does not flinch. Boy, are you wrong. I flinch all the time with death. It just so happens that I require a sample of rare earth, but it can only be found in a location rife with vicious plants and God knows what else. I would give you a hefty sack of coin if you could retrieve it for me. If you're willing, pray make your way to Troglophiles Deep. Troglophiles? What's a troglo, and why do you love it? And gather for me 3 samples of brown mud. The darker the better, I say. I suggest sharpening your weapons beforehand, but I won't tell you how to do your job. Thank you for that courtesy. So that's the... Yeah, that's the place over here. Okay. I have not been there just yet. And I just noticed the quest's name is It's Not Mud. This is going to be a poop quest, isn't it? This is going to be a poop quest. So Troglophiles Deep looks like it's going to be a cave. Or maybe this is just a passage to another part of the zone that's not a cave, but it certainly looks cave-like. Discover a new location. Yep, it's a cave. Okay. Labyrinth Sancchini. What are you? I have no idea what you are. Are you like a plant fairy thing? I guess you're a plant. Hey, we got a lookout point here. And we got brown quote unquote mud. Again, it's not mud. Alright, what is this item description gonna be? While the color suggests mud, the odor suggests something else entirely. Yep, there it is. Troglophiles Deep. This cavern serves as a breeding ground for certain subterranean species deemed vital to ongoing research efforts. I almost forgot until I read this that this whole place is a research facility. Nothing here is really natural. Including a study into creating fertilizer from the... Yeah, there we go. From the subject phosphorus-rich excrement. Troglofauna reproduction is, however, an inexact science, routinely resulting in excessive numbers of cave-dwelling offspring spilling out into nearby habitats. So, at least we have the science and lore of the poop quest. I brought you the phosphorescent excrement. Ah, you've returned, Eminet. Am I surprised? No, of course not. I had the utmost faith in your abilities. Well, did you bring the samples? Yeah, here's your quote-unquote brown mud. Excellent work. With this, I shall continue my research into the techniques of the Nagshia, skilled fighters and farmers both. The Nagshia. Wait. Oh, right, because I keep forgetting what this place actually is. So you're trying to reproduce the techniques of Nagshia, which is, I think Nagshia is from the east. I mean, just by the name alone, I'm guessing it's from the east. I don't remember if we were ever there in Stormblood, though. Maybe we were. Again, I wasn't paying much attention then, compared to now. I recently acquired texts from their homeland that go into some detail about their agriculture. Did you know they mix bat droppings into the soil to make it more fertile? Quite ingenious. The land they live in is quite temperate, and it's writ that after 100 summers, the droppings solidify into something resembling stone, further concentrating the nutrients contained within. This is also probably, like, I mean, it's a lot of the time poop jokes are played poop quests are played as off as just like straight up slapstick jokes, but I mean it's actual agronomy. I mean it's farming uses poop. What can you say? Of course, the samples you've provided me today are far too ripe to be of much use on their own. However, what's the purpose of research if not to free us from the bounds of the natural world? What? Of course I'm sure I said that the droppings resemble mud, didn't I? Anyway, I aim to speed up the ripening process, creating in days what takes nature centuries to accomplish. If I succeed, farmers across the realm will rejoice, and they will have you to thank for it. I mean, they'll have me to thank for it, and if you're giving credit to your research assistants in that way, I applaud you. But I'm just picking up poop. You're the one who's, like, doing the major science. Nice job, Eminet. Keep it up. Next, we will try Parbelois. Not mushroom or fucking Koji, with the translations. Parbelois is in search of someone skilled with a weapon. Madame, I say. I seem to be in a bit of a bind, and I was wondering if you might lend your aid to remedy the plight of a struggling student. I am so sorry for this. Oh, of course, introductions. I am Parbelois from the studium, where my research involves the finer points of bacteria and fungi. I am here to harvest mushrooms from Labyrinthos for my experiments, but I'm afraid I may be in over my head. You see, the mushrooms are located in the 33rd facet. Oh, these are the mithril caps. Yeah, I know them. But that shaft is positively swarming with things I could scarce stand to look at, let alone face in combat. It isn't uncommon for members of the studium to request help from the more martially inclined, and so here I am before you. Will you procure the mushrooms for me? I would be forever in your debt. Oh, thank you, good yeah, sure, I'll do it. Oh, thank you, good madam. Well then, the sample number for my plot is 316. The mushrooms stand out among the others with red caps and a distinctive triangle shape. I don't know if this is German or French or just some monstrous combination, a mockery of both of them. Again, I am so sorry. I'm doing my best. Just in case, however, I do have this illustration. I understand all too well the impulse to become lost gazing at the fungi. Perhaps this will keep you on track. Yes, it's easy to get distracted with those tantalizing mushrooms. If you find the sheer variety of mushrooms to be overwhelming, simply consult the picture and it should put you back on track. Illustration of sample 316. Whoever drew this has a bright future as an illustrator. Yeah, this is some realistic art in this game context, at least. Illustration of sample 316. Okay, so like kind of green stems with bright red caps. There we go. So I came across a couple of black and blue mushrooms on the way, but I'm just ignoring them because I don't need them. These mushrooms match the illustration in your hands. Your long search is over. Parbelois, I have found your sample 316. Well, I can see by the dirt on your boots that you did some manner of digging. Were you able to find my sample? I was. So long as the sample 316, so long as the illustration was accurate, this must be sample 316, or close enough at any rate. Ah, yes, these match my illustration perfectly. Thanks it well that the brave of heart still walks this realm, for now. Do you have an interest in fungi yourself? These were developed from the spores of an elf stool, which can only be found in the aurum... Oh, fuck off. Do not try to recreate the aurum veil here. Ugh. A rare mushroom, but these are superior in every way. For one, they are much less inclined to kill you. If they've been in the Aurum Vale, they're going to be inclined to kill me in really annoying and poisonous ways sooner rather than later. A vast improvement by any measure of the word. Of course, I've had my failures, but the less said about those the better. What matters is now, and the revolution sample 316 is sure to herald. Of all the places you have to recreate, really? Aurum Vale? Okay. It's a fine dungeon, but I've had so many tanking and healing nightmares there where someone pulls everything and then it's the only place that seems to make people toxic in this game. No pun intended with the poisonous stuff. Like, it's the one dungeon where the tank seems to pull more than they can, or like the healer quits after the first thing. I don't know. It's the one place that in this game seems to make people as toxic as other games, we'll say. Jonquinet. Learning to sew. Okay, we've got a necklace possibility here. Might you have some time for an old researcher, lass? Physical labor doesn't come as easily to me as it once did, and I'm in search of someone a bit more spry to assist me. The task is a simple one, rest assured. You need only plant these experimental seeds in the nearby fields. You'd be compensated for your troubles, of course. No special skills are required of you. If you've planted one seed, you've planted most of them. Well, I look forward to seeing what you can do. I'm not a gardener, but I assume that's not true, that, like, seeds have to be planted differently depending on the seed. I could be wrong. Maybe planting one seed is the same as planting another. Hold on. What are these seeds you've given me? While instructions are not included, Jonquinet seems confident they will not prove necessary. Yeah, this is not going to go great, is it? Oh. Never mind. We did great. We have quite the green thumb. I did the thing. Slightly flushed, are you? Good. I take it means you've planted the seeds. You have my thanks, and if all goes to plan, the realms as well. You see, my research involves the production of nutrient-rich plants that can be harvested in greater numbers than any we've seen thus far. You're going to be Eorzea's Norman Borlaug. However, even the most extraordinary crop is useless if they cannot be planted and raised by the common woman. I assume that would be just whatever gender your character happens to be. I've long made ease of use a priority when I develop new seeds, asking everyone from experienced researchers to eager children to plant them in the earth and comparing results. But of course, I'm sure you've had more than enough long-winded explanations over your journeys to last a lifetime. I don't know, I'm okay with long-winded explanations, I like them. Take this reward for your contribution and take satisfaction in a job well done. I like this guy a lot. Universal accessibility, universal design rather for planting. Not universal, but that's certainly one of his goals, and I appreciate that. Ruba Epicon. A ripe trade. Oh god, this is again, the puns are off the scale right here. Ruba Epicon has it work for a swift pair of legs. Greetings. You seem eager to give a small portion of your time up in the name of progress. All I require is help with a simple delivery, and rest assured you will receive just recompense. I've been expecting someone from the dairy farm to come pick up this batch of fruit, but I've seen neither hide nor hair of them. I'd deliver it myself, but my duties have prevented me from stepping even an ilm from these crates. Are you protecting them, or...? The fruit is liable to rot if not stored properly, so if it isn't too much trouble, please make haste to Matado and deliver them to my colleague there. Matado. Where's Matado? Oh, it's just to the west in the medial circuit. Okay. Yeah, so Matado I had been to before. This is there's the farm. Yeah, the stock farm. Okay, nice. Sibylline. Have some fruit. Oh, hello. Was there something you needed? I need to give you fruit. A sack containing fruit grown at Meryall Agronomics. The smell emanating from it defies definition of its contents. That's abstract. Or vague, rather. Oh, what specimens! So plump and fragrant. You said you came all the way from Meryall Agronomics. Thanks for making the trek. It would have been a shame to see these go to waste. Sometimes the cattle here are so temperamental that I quite forget my other obligations. Ruba must be cross with me. This isn't the first time I've accidentally shirked my appointments with him. Oh, Ruba's a dude. I must give him something by way of apology. Perhaps this golden cheese will do the trick. That's the way to any friendship. As you well know, we at Matado pride ourselves on our research into the various methods of animal husbandry and fermentation used throughout the realm, and this cheese is our latest masterpiece. It came about in no small part thanks to the fruit you just delivered. Really? We feed... Oh, that's how... Of course, it's cattle food. We feed it to our cattle, and it's the main contributor to the cheese's heavenly fragrance. If it's not too much trouble, could you deliver this wheel to Ruba? Absolutely. Golden cheese. A wheel of lustering cheese. Lustering is a new word I didn't know until today. Lustering is shiny? Dictionary.com. Lustering. The treatment of fabrics or chemicals by fabrics by chemical or mechanical means in order to increase their property or to reflect light. Yeah, so I guess that's, yeah, just bright and shiny. Smell emanating from it defies definition of its ingredients. Okay, yeah, so much like the fruit that caused it to come about. Ruba, I bring you cheese. No fruit, I see. I trust you delivered it without incident. You didn't eat it, did you? What do you take me for? The delivery person would eat it and then come back to you. Golden cheese. This is golden cheese. The legends say only the masters of Werlet knew the secret of its creation. Oh man, this is not a context I ever thought I'd see Werlet in. It's always been a context of child abuse and tragedy, and now it's where, like, the cheese comes from. I never thought I'd lay eyes on a single slice, let alone a whole wheel. If I receive one of these each time Sibylline forgets her obligations, then she can be as absent-minded as she pleases. What does it taste like, I wonder? Will it live up to the tall tales? Oh, apologies, I do tend to get carried away when it comes to cheese. Understandable. Any road, thanks for your assistance, and take this for your time. I would share this cheese with you, but... Yeah, no, understandable. Keep your reunion cheese. A washed rind cheese, is that an actual thing? Made possible by the fortuitous meeting of a steppe cheesemaker and an itinerant winemaker. Oh, reunion, like the place, not the place. Okay, reunion like the place in the Ozium steppe. That's why it's called reunion cheese. It possesses a creamy texture and nutty flavor, though one would be forgiven for being skeptical given the smell. I think that's often the case with cheese. We got cups of reunion cheese. Okay. So, with that done, I think that clears all the side quests in this little section. What's Let It Grow? No, that's... Yeah, let's check that out, actually. Yeah, so this is a fate that's new to me. Let It Grow. Is that... Oh, it's one of those mud monsters. Nivalis. A sample of snow brought back from the frozen north contained a tiny specimen of sentient algae, which has suddenly awoken from hibernation. The new environment appears to have accelerated its growth, both in size and hostile temperament, and measures must be taken to protect nearby wildlife. Don't worry, Limascabra, I will save you. And you can tell how early in the expansion this is, that even in this leveling zone, even without the shared travel stuff going on, this place just got filled up really quickly. I just noticed this. I'm here in Charlian, and oh yeah, there's a look-at point. I was afraid for a second that this was going to be like a jumping puzzle where you had to get here by going to the top of the planet and then going to the moon and friggin' jumping down and landing on this particular spot, but no. The Rostra. This building houses the assembly hall where the forum debates Charlian national policy. Once a simple outdoor plaza, the Rostra would ring with heated discussion through rain, wind, and worse. Following a death by lightning strike, however, plans were drawn up for the imposing stone structure which now crowns Archon's design. Okay. Very cool. Good reason. I was just exploring the rest of Charlian, or the rest of Charlian, old Charlian, and Just on the hunt for more lookout points, and I found another one here. This is at Ox Landing at Journey's End. This is outside the Level estate. Journey's End. Occupying the eastern side of Old Charleon, the residential district takes its name from the tale of the city's original settlers. History tells that it's upon this hill, alongside a colony of Auks, where the refugees of the Great Flood chose to build their new homes. This is the end of their journey. And Auks are... I don't know what Auks are. Some kind of little friendly beast, I'm guessing, though. So this is where I'm going to wrap it up for today. We got a bunch of those Meryall Agronomics side quests done, did some more exploring, and I'm looking forward to picking up with the main story quest in my next session. We're here back in Old Charleon for when that happens. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.